expert analysis, exclusive insights, and have a little fun. When the game is on your mind and money's on the line, Godzilla Wins is your guide to picking winners. Godzilla Wins, on the screens of your TV and favorite devices, commanding radio airwaves far and wide. Before you make that play, hear what the Godzilla crew has to say. Presented by West Virginia SportsNation.com, it's time for Godzilla Wins, all across the John Fredericks Media Network. Oh yeah.
For entertainment purposes only.
Camera in a minute. Okay, great to have you on Godzilla Wins. I'm live at Colonial Downs Raceway, the most beautiful racetrack in America. We're here. We're live in New Kent post time. Moved up today to 11:30. Got the suite here, ready to rock and roll. By the way, I've got 2 more tickets available. Anybody listening to me right now that is out in the area, in the Richmond area or the greater area, our doors open at 10:30. We're off the air today at 10 because we got to set up. Jay Delson Golf, got an extra show for him coming up 10 to 11. So we're 1 hour short today. So Jay Delson, you got 2 hours of golf. That's your bonus. But we're here live at Colonial Downs. Anybody wants to come to our suite, I got 2 tickets available. One of my guys in D.C. just canceled. So all you have to do is send me a text, 878-256-9062, 878-256-9062. We'll get you on the list, and you can come here to Suite 9 on the 4th floor, but you have to get a ticket to do that. We got a suite, we got food, we got open bar, all that good stuff. Plus, we got me and Daryl picking winners all day. Plus, we got John Stanton in. It's going to be a great show. Great to have everybody with us live at Colonial Downs in New Kent. More information, you want to go to colonialdowns.com, colonialdowns.com. Racing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days a week. Post time 12:30. Except today, it's 11:30 because of the heat, but it's all good. And it's great to have you with us. Parking always free. General admission free. Bring the family. Food is fantastic. You're going to have one of the best times, one of the best tracks in America. Daryl, let's move in here a little bit here. We got Daryl Wood with us, gracing us with his presence, our notorious long-term Colonial Downs handicapper. Al, I'll put that in the chyron there in a minute so we can get him, so we can get Daryl in, and I'll fix the camera on the first break. In the meantime, let me introduce our guest, the old ball coach, Vince Mayaka, with us live in Reno today, where Jack got his master's degree at the University of Nevada, is with us. Logan Powell. Logan, great to have you back on Godzilla Wins. Always fun to have you. Logan, senior writer at WV Sports Nation. Go to WVSportsNation.com and download the app there. Go to the App Store, download WV Sports Nation. And Chris Saxman, back by popular demand. He was out 2 weeks. The show almost collapsed, but now he's back, saving our ratings. Saxman, good to have you. And I'm going to be seeing him and his lovely bride, Michelle, in a couple hours.
Yeah, you really shouldn't say that I'm good for your ratings, because that's going to lead to another invoice unpaid.
Well, we like invoices, especially ones that we never intend on paying, checks in the mail. But also joining us, John Stanton of Past the Wire, a new entrant. John, can you are you getting my audio, John? All right, John is not getting our audio, so we'll have to figure that out a little bit later. But look, guys, why don't we just get started? Boom, right away here with you can't start the show without the most amazing soccer World Cup in history. So many of these games, so close, so fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It was just great. And let's just start with let's go back, let's go front and then back, and start with the championship game on Sunday, where Spain looks unbeatable. They beat France. Both Vince and I had bet France in that game. Loser. Spain winning. They look unbeatable, rated number 1 in the country. And Argentina, but they just keep winning. Messi's a beast. I don't know, he pulls games out of the fire. This is probably his final cup. Let's start with Saxman. What do you make of this whole thing, and who's your pick for Sunday? Chris Saxman.
Well, my heart is with Argentina. Michelle and I were there in May. Wonderful people. They love their soccer, their football. Spain hasn't given up a goal in the World Cup for a reason. They're really good at what they do. The problem with that is Lionel Messi lurks, and he just waits and waits and waits to find the seam in the defense, the space, the right cross he had for the header to win the game. The semifinal game was absolutely one of the most brilliant plays you'll ever see. What I've loved, John, and I said this at the beginning when we beat Paraguay and 4-1 in the first game. This is going to explode in America because we were playing well. It got eyes on the prize. The ratings were through the roof. Nike didn't order enough American jerseys. It's been just a tremendous run. And then you have all these tourists, soccer tourists, come to America and tell us how great we are at just about everything we do that we take for granted every single day. It's been one of the most exciting and enlivening sporting events I've ever been a part of, ever witnessed, ever watched. Kids are watching it all over the country. They can't wait to watch Lionel Messi. They can't wait to watch Spain. They can't wait to watch the next game. And it's an exciting game, drama filled. Aside from the hydration breaks, the action never stops. It builds up to the end. It gets real close, and that's what's great about the world game of football. And it's been exciting to see. But betting against Spain is a fool's bet. 76% of the favorites have won World Cup games this year. I do think Argentina's luck runs out, but if I'm going to put money on anything, I'm going to put it on Lionel Messi, just because I love the Argentinians.
So let's go to the old ball coach, Vince Mayako, live in Reno. So Vince, both you and I bet France. Saxman just said we threw our money away. It was a foolish bet. Both of us took the juice with France. So what do you say to Saxman, who just basically said we're idiots?
Well, he may be right. He may be right. In the knockout stage, I believe Argentina has not led any of the knockout stages games at the 90-minute mark.
Right.
And Sax brings up a good point. You really think about that. I mean, I think there's been four knockout games up to this point, and they have not led in any of those games at the 90-minute mark. They've either won games in stoppage time or extra time. And so that just tells me, man, they just know how to get it done.
Yeah.
They just know how to get it done. Unfortunately, they are rolling. They're matched up against a beast on Sunday. But if Argentina can keep it close, who knows? I think the one thing for sure, this is going to be a great soccer match.
Oh, God.
This is going to be a great soccer match.
Oh,
so I'm throwing a little bit of money on Argentina, but if I lose, and if it's a great game, which I'm sure it will, I'll be fine.
Coach Vince, one of the things that we witnessed very quickly in Argentina and Buenos Aires is how Italian the country of Argentina is.
Yes.
I think they have 28 million out of their 45 million people have some Italian heritage in them. Just about every restaurant you go to, there's Italian food everywhere. So there's another reason to vote and support the Argentinians is their strong.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful place.
If Italy can't be here in the World Cup, we'll take Argentina.
You can blame Bosnia for that.
Exactly.
Yes, we can.
Hey, let me get to Logan here in a second, but this segment is sponsored by WV Sports Nation. Go to WVSportsNation.com. All your information you could ever get on West Virginia University athletics, WVSportsNation.com. We got writers that have been with us for now a long time. We get 5-6 articles up every day, 7 days a week. And just had another signing. Carson Estridge signed with my Astros, undrafted free agent. You're going to get that story. Undrafted signee. So you're going to get that story. And you can also download our app there, WV. Just go App Store or Google Play. WV Sports Nation. That's WV Sports Nation. All about West Virginia all the time, every day, all right there. And this is, we're going to be making picks on the show. We are a handicapping and analysis show. So we have to say that anyone, if you know anyone, if you know anybody that has a gambling problem, we want you to take this seriously and call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER. You'll get the support that you need there. 1-800-GAMBLER. And remember to bet responsibly and only wager what you can afford to lose. Don't be betting your mortgage, but if you don't feel like playing golf this weekend and you want to bet your green fees, good deal, right? Only bet what you can afford to lose. And if you have a problem, again, that's 1-800-GAMBLER. And if you're calling that line like Saxman and betting the over-under on how many phone, you got a bigger problem than we could ever help you. So anyway, it's good to have you with us.
Now, the next bet is the bet. It's an A/B bet, whether it's a male or female who answers. That's always a good bet to do.
Then you could do a parlay.
Then do a parlay. Absolutely.
Do a parlay. No doubt about it. Before the end of the show, we are going to talk about the scandal at the White House on the Koshi or Kashi or whatever it is. We got to talk about it. This thing is unbelievable. Guy makes $120,000 by betting on what the president is going to say in one of his speeches when he is holding the speech in the teleprompter as the president is saying, no, change that. And then he goes and makes a bet. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This thing is a disaster.
Sure, you can.
That's crazy.
I mean, every day you open up the newspaper, there's someone else who got caught gambling in the league. What the Arizona Cardinals had a guy do a 5-leg parlay on the draft, taking a $25 bet into like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, come on.
That one doesn't even make any sense. That one's crazy too. The Cowshed thing is just so crazy to me.
It's nuts. And these guys know, like, you know, I mean, if you're sitting there in the draft box and you know that your team, who they're going to pick, and then you're betting on who they're going to pick because you're the one making the pick. I mean, it's like you got to be crazy what they're doing here. Anyway,
he was like a front office member. So like
we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to stay with soccer. Let's get to
all right.
Logan Paul, Argentina, Spain, pick and why.
Yeah, I mean, like you both said, it's going to be a fun match no matter what. Both teams have kind of done it in different ways. Spain's kind of dominated, and Argentina has kind of been the comeback kids. Lionel Messi, he just walks. He just stalks and walks pretty much 80 minutes. But then whenever he kicks into high gear, it's really fun to watch. And he's still probably the greatest player in the world at 38 years old.
39.
But I really did not think France was beatable. I thought France had like two teams. I feel like France could have had two teams made up of their roster, and they both would have made it to at least the round of 16. They were incredible, but the way Argentina was able to come back and beat England in the semifinals, that was really fun to watch as well. And Argentina has just been, I mean, they have been must-watch TV every single time they've been on the pitch. Lionel Messi, he's just showing that with age, he's still one of the best. And I think if he can get a second World Cup, I already think he's the greatest player of all time, but with a second World Cup, I think he's reaching that stratosphere of like a top 5 athlete of all time. He just is incredible. The way the Argentina team just rallies around him. There was at one point he got almost sandwiched and he got immediately hit down to the ground, and the entire team swarmed the England player who pushed him down. So that was really kind of fun to watch. But for Spain, they've done it in a dominant fashion. Lamine Yamal has been excellent. He hasn't been, perfect in any means, but you can tell that at 18, 19 years old, he's going to be one of the best players in the world as well. And how about whenever he was a baby, Lionel Messi taking a picture with him for some type of photo shoot?
Yeah.
It was like a church or like a baptism or something. And now they're playing against each other in the World Cup final. It's a great storyline. Lionel Messi is proving himself, not just that age is important or going the negative way. It also is important the positive way for intelligence and wisdom and what you're looking for in a soccer pitch. And yeah, he stalks, but he's looking and waiting for his time to move. The English team spent the entire time preparing for Lionel Messi in every aspect of the game. And they said, we prepared for everything for this guy, and he still found the crack. They parked the bus with like 30 minutes left, and they allowed Argentina just to get constant pressure on them. And like that's something that England was doing consistently. They continued to park the bus way too early when they got like that 1-goal lead, and it hurt them. And Messi with the 2 assists at the end, that second one to win the game was, oh my God.
And then an interesting sidebar to this whole thing too is where did Messi spend the vast majority of his professional career?
Spain,
right? At Barcelona. So you can't make this up, man. That's
the brilliance. That's the brilliance of the sport and the game, and it's going to be a fantastic one. To see it rise to the level it has in America, and see the great game that is being played, and the appreciation for the game, and also the appreciation that the world is having for America. We're in a tough time, but so that's another reason to vote for Argentina, because they vote for us, and sure as hell Spain doesn't. So to hell with Spain.
Yeah, John, I'm gonna.
They wouldn't even give us our
Go
airspace.
with Argentina, just for pure heart. I'm going with Argentina.
They can go pound sand for all I care.
I can't believe the line. To win. So forget the 90 minutes to win the cup. The line is minus 150 with Spain, plus 130 with Argentina. I mean, I lay a lot of baseball, minus 180, minus 190. I don't bat an eye, but minus $1.50 with a team that's not giving up a goal. Are you kidding me? I'm all over Spain today. I get you guys are betting with your heart, but I need to get out of here with a little jack. So I absolutely all over Spain.
Which is a total flip from yesterday on your.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
You changed your mind. Okay.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
He did his research.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Either that or he lost money last night.
Yes. Now I got to get even. So,
That's exactly what happened.
I had a couple winners last night. I went 1 for 1, lost the VIG, so forget that. So now I need a winner. Now I'm going with Spain. Let's bring in, we'll get everybody's picks here in a second. Let's bring in Daryl Wood, our resident handicapper here at Colonial Downs. Daryl, it's good to see you, buddy.
Ken, thanks for the invite.
Good. I met Daryl. When did we meet? It had to be
years.
16, 17 years ago.
At least.
17 years ago, I came here. I was with the, was I with the Tribune Company, right?
Yeah.
The Daily Press. And I came here because I said, look, I'm a race guy. And they were running, I think, the Standardbreds here or something. And I'm like, we're going to give you some coverage. I, talked to my publisher. I'm the editor. We're going to give you some coverage. But in famous John S., I said, John F., I said, okay, we're going to give you coverage. We're going to run the racing results in the paper and the sports page, but we need a little advertising. So you need to buy an ad schedule with us. And of course you did that.
We did.
Yeah, you did that because it was the right thing to do. So Daryl Wood with us. So that had to be, that was 2010, I think.
At least.
Yeah.
At least
so 16, 17 years ago. That's how Daryl and I met back in the day. But Daryl, give us your pick. World Cup, Spain minus $1.50, Argentina plus 130.
Yeah, we're based right outside of Richmond, Virginia. And I can't say I'm a huge soccer fan, but Richmond has become a top 10 viewing city in World Cup viewership. So I've gotten into it. We've got 900 horses based here. The nationalities of the folks that help out with the horses is all over the place. We got a viewing party for all the horsemen tomorrow at 3:00. But I think Messi, like everyone else, there's a soft spot. My career did start in soccer, so I believe Buffalo, New York, indoor and outdoor. Buffalo Stallions indoor, Buffalo Storm USL outdoor. Then I got to horse racing, but I think Messi, just from what everyone else has said here, got to go with Argentina for the heartfelt pick.
All right. Well, I'm going with Spain. So let's get our final picks in, so we're all on the same page. Daryl likes Argentina. I like Spain. Vince,
I'm going Argentina.
Saxman,
Argentina upset, and they scored in the first half.
Logan,
I think it'll be an early strike.
Argentina as well. Messi gets a goal in the final and wins the golden boot.
Ooh.
Dan Hopgood gracing us with his presence. Dan, I listened to your show on the way in here from my hotel to the track. Good job. So I had that on AM 820. Nice.
There we go.
Nice there. Yeah, it's all good. What's your pick?
I like turtles. That's an in joke for us. I like turtles. I'm going with Argentina. I say can't pick against Messi. I thought Messi showed why he's the best guy in the world the last game. Just that's what these guys do. Whether it's Jordan, whether it's Brady, Messi, maybe even more dominant in his sports than those guys were in theirs. Incredibly enough, but yeah, he has a killer instinct.
Everybody, Daryl, I forgot who was he? Or pick Spain or Argentina? So everybody picks Argentina, but JF, Godzilla picks Spain. I'm not into losing money after last night. But
it's good. The anti-American pick. Anti-American pick. That's great. Strong stuff.
That's called. It's called
not everyone can do that in public, John. I really appreciate your strength.
USA.
What does Argentina have to do with the USA?
No, I think it's great. I hope the White House is watching you pick Spain.
I'm the outlier picking the favorite. All right, guys, let's
make money on Spain. That's great. Tell the kids, hey, kids, gather around. I just went with an anti-American pick and made money doing it. Let's go out to dinner.
They closed our airspace, and I'm betting them. And Trump says throw them out of NATO. Well, let's just throw them a bone, and maybe they win the World Cup.
Let's make money off of them.
Nobody scored on this team.
Great, clean.
I'm done with that.
Clean, proud of you, John. Right here, pal.
I'm betting against Spain. All right, guys. Quick word from our sponsors. You're on Godzilla Wins. We're live at Colonial Downs Racetrack. Go to colonialdowns.com. Post time moved up today, 11:30 a.m. Morning post time. Pretty neat. We're going to be here in a minute. Quick word from our sponsors, and our Godzilla gang comes right back.
You woke up with a sore throat and a low-grade fever. You know you are getting sick, so here's your choices. You can get sicker and miss work. Try to see a doctor this week or sit hours in a crowded waiting room at urgent care.
I have a smarter option for you. Open your medical emergency kit. Match your symptoms to doctor-recommended prescription in your booklet and take the right meds now and get well faster.
This is not a first aid kit. It's like having an urgent care in your home. It includes doctor-prescribed medications to treat over 39 medical issues like respiratory infections, strep throat, pneumonia, UTIs, and more.
No waiting to see the doctor and no standing in line at the pharmacy. It's right here.
Every home should have at least one medical emergency kit, and here's how to order.
Order online fast and save $45. Your kit with prescriptions to treat common and life-saving illnesses is rushed to your door. Visit twc.health/Godzilla. Promo code Godzilla. That's twc.health/Godzilla. Promo code Godzilla.
MyPillow's second annual mega sale is finally here. Get our patented premium MyPillows that adjust your exact individual needs to give you the best sleep of your life.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
I guarantee they're going to be the most comfortable pillows you'll ever own. King size only $24.98, queen size only $19.98. Giza Dream bed sheets, the best sheets in history, as low as $29.98. Lux Pierce 6-piece towel sets, towels that actually dry you. What a concept. Now only $39.98. And our made in the USA mattresses and mattress toppers as low as $99.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our second annual mega sale. Plus free shipping options available when you order today. So don't delay, order now.
Pennsylvania's big casinos want it all. Your money, your games, your choice. They rake in millions, then lobby Harrisburg to shut down the small businesses that dare to compete. Bars, VFWs, local spots, crushed so the casino giants can get even richer. They want to rig the system against you, but Pesomatic is fighting back. Skill games, fair play, real competition. No monopolies, no backroom deals. Just your right to play and win. Call Harrisburg now. Stand with small business. Stand with Pesomatic. Pesomatic, leveling the playing field. Paid for by Pesomatic.
John Frederick.
It is the most egregious thing I've seen in a lifetime.
President Trump.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
When politics start getting wild,
they want to have every single thing that you don't want. Raise taxes, men and women's sports. They're going to open up their border.
Trump hits the speed dial.
Thank you for calling in on such short notice.
You came first, John.
Wake up with the John Frederick Show weekday morning, 6 Eastern, 5 Central on JFMN.TV, the massive J-Fred radio network, and all across the social.
You came first, John. Thank you very much, and you do a great job.
Godzilla Wins, where you get the best insight and best information on how to win the most money ever.
Guess what? GodzillaWins.com. Let's talk more winners.
Back to the show.
Yeah, Godzilla Wins. Let's talk more winners. I love that mantra. Was my idea. It's the only marketing thing I've come up with. All of a sudden, GodzillaWins.com exploding. I didn't have any picks on there last night. I figured I'd wait one time till after the All-Star break. Our panel is back. I'm live at Colonial Downs. Darryl Wood with us, one of the top Colonial Downs race handicappers of all time with us. Darryl, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, John.
Always good to have you with us, especially when we're here live in Colonial Downs. The old ball coach, Vince Mayako, Chris Saxman, Logan Powell of WV Sports Nation, and Dan Hobgood, my morning producer, and Steelers fans. And until I said the word Steelers, we had gone 20 minutes without mentioning Pittsburgh or the Steelers for 20 minutes. That is a new record on this show, but I figured I'd throw it out there so you guys don't feel compelled to bring them in to baseball. Let's go to MLB All-Star Game. AL shuts out the and now one of the most dominant pitching performances. But at the end of the day, who cares? Okay, all eyes on one pitcher, Scobo, Tigers. Tigers out of it. They're not coming back. There's a lot of teams in this. We don't have a lot of sellers, a lot of buyers, but all eyes on Scobo. The number of teams in the wild card, unbelievable. Marlins in it, Nationals in it, Pirates in it, A's in it. I mean, you go right down the line. There's only a handful of teams out right now, so there's no sellers. They're all buyers, but all eyes on Scobo with the Tigers. Let's go to Vince. What is going to happen? Coach, you got to unmute yourself. We're not getting your audio.
Okay.
There you go. He's back.
There we go.
We're good now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of Skubal, he actually pitches tonight against the Angels, and I love the Tigers tonight with Skubal pitching in what could be his last start as a Detroit Tiger, or at least definitely one of his last few starts. So he's in high demand. You know, another name that's kind of entered the list too is Giant second baseman Luis Ariz. And he's got an interesting contract. He signed a 1 year, $12 million contract. So he doesn't come with a high price tag. The problem is he's probably been the Giants' most productive hitter all year. And he seems to be really happy in San Francisco. So what do the Giants do? Do they trade him and then hope to maybe get him in the offseason in a free agent signing? Or do they, you know, hey, we're going to just ride it out, Ariz, and then hopefully we can sign you to a multi-year contract? So interesting thing there. Hey, going back to the All-Star game, and I know we're short on time today because we only have an hour, but, you know, with all the knocks that the Major League All-Star game gets, it's still the best All-Star game out there.
That's true.
And it's not even close.
That's true.
And it's not even close. And because it's played in its truest form, right? And I know in the past years, you know, the players have worn like the National League or different kinds of uniforms. They wore their own uniforms this year, which made it really, okay, that players representing the Tigers or whatever. Home Run Derby was outstanding. I loved it that the Philly fans went home disappointed, but the player from the Cardinals ended up winning the home run derby. But overall, I thought it was a great all-star home run derby. I love the format they did this year. And obviously, as you mentioned it, John, it was pitching loaded on Tuesday night.
Well, look, the AL throughout the arms, I think NL had two hits, didn't have an extra base hit, only one homer in the game. So, you know, pitching back to dominating baseball as it normally does when you get out of the steroids era and the juice baseball. Saxman, go to you. Big move, and then we'll get to the pending lockdown and the ads that the owners ran all week. Let's go to Saxman on that.
On the ads?
Either the ads or
honestly, I didn't watch too much of the All-Star game. What happened was my son and I were in the same region, Northern Virginia, and we went to dinner. And we recalled 20 years ago, we went to the All-Star game in Pittsburgh and the Home Run Derby 20 years ago at PNC, which was a great time. But I have to tell a little story on that. The flyover for the Home Run Derby, the two jets, and I sent y'all the video in the group chat, the two jets flew between the light standards and shook that entire – it was unbelievable how close they were to the building and absolutely rattled that stadium. And they came in from behind us, so it scared the hell out of everybody.
Were those pilots flying in Pensacola this week?
The next night, they were really high up. But so William and I had a chance to, as father and son, to be able to recall that great memory in the Home Run Derby, which I think was won by Ryan Howard. But the All-Star game, one of the problems I have with the All-Star game, and it's a great game, look, but when you bring up these pitchers who are all throwing upper 90s and you give them one inning, there's no chance for the offense to catch up and to get in a rhythm against them. So
give me a break, Saxman. That's ridiculous. I mean, come on,
I'm a
man.
catcher. I love this.
You're an all-star. You're an all-star batter. You can't hit 90 miles. Everybody throws 90 miles an hour.
Nobody
come
cares.
On,
John, I didn't ask for your opinion. Crying out loud.
Right. Oh, they all pitch one inning.
That's just what happens in today's game. This is why the batting averages are down. Look, as a catcher, I love it. I love 2-1 games. I love 1-0 games. They're quick. They get done, but they're dramatic because everything matters. But that's just the nature of what's going on in Major League Baseball, and it's going to be hard to correct it, quite frankly. But the game goes faster, and I'm fine with it. But as far as dramatic game, it was kind of boring to watch on TV. It's like, okay, another strikeout. Here we go, 15 strikeouts. That's great. But to your point, it's the best All-Star game out there. That one's just suck.
No doubt.
I think the NBA should just change the way they do their scoring. They should have 3 points for dunks and have a 4-point line.
Is there still an NBA?
No, actually, they should rename it because it's not basketball anymore. There's so much carrying. They should just take out dribbling altogether and just run up and down the court and shoot the ball. And dribbling is sort of it's not even real anymore. So I would change the name of the game. It's going to be more like rollerball without the roller blades. It's pretty interesting.
Did Jack have NBA on the rundown? I didn't see that. Logan, what's going to be?
You're welcome. You're welcome. We're into an hour. You're already running ads. I mean, come on. What are we talking about here?
No ads, no show. Logan, big move. What is it? Baseball trade deadline. July 31st is coming up in 8 days or something. What? 2 weeks. Big move. What is it?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Tariq Skubal. Recent reports are looking like the Tigers are not going to trade him. Even his agent, who is notorious, Scott Boras, is trying to prevent him from getting traded. So it looks like he's going to be staying in Detroit, which I don't think is the right move. He's kind of getting wasted there, but I think eventually he'll get signed by a different team. Just for this year, I think I'll stick it out with Detroit. But overall, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hate to bring up the Pirates, but if I'm looking at the Pirates' sake, I think that for someone like the Pirates, they're going to be looking at bullpen. But I'm really looking at just teams like the Brewers, because the Brewers, they've had a heck of a start, heck of a first half, really good pitching, and their offense is really good already. But I think that for the Brewers, if they're going to get one more piece, I really think that they could fight for a World Series win. But no, I think for Tariq Skubal, I mean, he's been the talk for the entire year. I think for the past year and a half, I feel like it's just been when he's getting traded. I still don't think it's going to happen. But there was some talk. I saw a few rumblings, of to the Dodgers. Obviously, that's always going to be the case. I even saw one thing talk about if the Pirates could get him, but I think
stop. Okay, stop, please. The Pirates are not going to get Skubal. Come on, dude. I mean,
they got a lot of talent coming up.
They're not getting.
They might be looking at the Giants' former Cy Young winner, Robbie Ray.
I think
left-hander.
I think if the Pirates went somewhere, that would be it. But I think Skubal's going to Milwaukee, and I'll tell you what. They're going to. I'm going to predict the Brewers, and I'm not going on Cashy or Polymarket, whatever it is. But I'm going to predict the Brewers because their minor leagues are just loaded, right? And the Tigers are not going to sign this guy. He is not coming back with Detroit next season. They don't have the money. They're not going to pay him. There's bad blood there. He's not coming back. So what are the Tigers going to do? They're out of the playoffs. Hang on the guy for 2 months, get nothing. He's gone. That's insanity. So I think they're going to unload him for a bunch of minor league players from Milwaukee. That's going to be number one. And the Brewers are going to get him for one reason: win it this year, because they can't sign him either. So it's going to be, rent a pitcher, rent a World Series, win it, and then he goes and signs with the Dodgers and he pitches in 2028 because there'll be no season in 2027. Which brings
if I'm looking at where Skubal would go, I would look at Philly or Washington. Those are big markets with big checkbooks, and they are lethal with better pitching right now. And they would be willing to make a bigger financial bet than the Pirates in the National League, especially if you bring in a left-handed batter. Look what the Nats did to A's last night, 23-4. Those guys barrel the ball. They're the leading run-scoring team in the league, and they just need pitching. And if they get that pitching, they can get not just into the wild card, but definitely challenged to win the division. It would be a hell of a run, but Washington's poised for it with their offense.
Another pitcher I'm looking at is Mason Miller. He's in his final year with the Padres, only making $4 million. I think he's definitely going to get traded somewhere. I think I've seen recent rumors of possibly the Phillies, maybe the Nationals. For the Nationals, I think that the Nationals would desperately need him. They're a team where the Nationals, like you said, Saxman, who really good offense, but their bullpen is absolutely atrocious, probably worse than the Pirates, which is hard to
So
say.
you gotta look with these trades. You gotta look at two things. Who's got the players in the minor league system that they can give up without wrecking the team the way my team has done over the past seasons. Right? We have no minor league system because we gave everybody away. I mean, it is what it is. And then after that, are they going to rent them or sign them? Right. So those are the two things to look at, which brings us to what is going to be the calculus if you're not going to have a 2027 season. And I don't think there is. The owners were the MLB owners were running ads during the week on various networks, blasting the Players Association and saying that we have to have a salary cap to save the game. These were ads they were running on TV, and I think the investment they make's real. A lot of people don't think there's going to be a lockout. They think the owners are going to cave. If they don't solve this, Vince, if they don't solve this now, the game is going to eventually collapse. You can't have the Dodgers buying up every single player. So if there's a lockout in 27, doesn't that go into some of the calculus by some of these teams, Vince?
Yeah, I mean, and I think the owners, as painful as it will be, and trust me, anytime there's a work stoppage, it's painful for everybody, and more importantly, it's painful for the fans that are followers of the game. But the owners have to have a hard line of having that salary cap and having that salary floor as well too. You have to have both. And to me, I don't understand why. And I mean, I guess I do, why the players are so adamant against the salary cap. But if you have a salary floor, man, I think that's going to allow players, a vast majority of more players, to get a better increase in salary as opposed to just your top 10 to 20% of the players in the major leagues. So I think it's something that even if they have to stop the game for a month or a couple months or God help us, even a full season, I think that's something the owners have to do, man. That has to be their hard line.
All right, I'm going to get to Daryl Wood. Daryl, you've been
I think they've done the right thing by.
Right, I'm going to get to Daryl here. Daryl, you've been covering athletics forever, right? You started in soccer. You've covered everything. Now you're in the horse racing business. Prediction: is there going to be a lockout or not?
I've lost interest in baseball since the interleague play. I don't know why. It just threw me. One of my great friends growing up in Buffalo was as big a Pittsburgh Pirate fans as there ever was. The last work stoppage, I mentioned the word baseball. He goes, Daryl, change the subject. He's never touched baseball again. So I hope to God they don't have them.
All right, Saxman, lockout? Yes or no?
No, I think they get the deal done. I think the owners have been smart in bifurcating the upper tier mega stars and the lower ones who will get a substantial raise from the salary floor. And look, it's the Players Association has a vote, and they're going to vote, and they're going to say, we're going to make a lot more money than we would have otherwise. And to hell with Bryce Harper's and the other ones who, frankly, are overpriced for their age and for the length of career that they have. And if they have a work stoppage or they shut down, it'd be awful, but tough. That's just if baseball wants to do that again to America after 30 years, they're going to suffer the consequences. And we have a lot of other options. Look no further than the World Cup.
Is there going to be a lockout, Logan? Yes or no?
I don't think so. I think, like Saxon said, I think they're going to get the deal done. There's more players that are in that low to middle ground of salary wages compared to like the Bryce Harpers of the world that are making $300, $400 million. So I think overall it's going to help more players than hurt. And I think having a floor and then a ceiling would just create better play overall and force teams to spend money, and then also kind of keep teams on the same level. So you're not seeing the Dodgers and, like the same teams every single year just overpay for every single player. So I think they get the deal done and no lockout.
Okay. Let's just go around the horn. Lockout, yes or no? I'll start. Yes, no baseball. 27 owners got one shot to fix this. They're going to fix it. Players are going to dig in. It's going to be a game of chicken, no baseball, 27. Vince.
Yeah, I think the Players Association is so hard-headed that I don't think they can reach an agreement. My hope is hopefully they can settle it by the All-Star game of 2027, the middle of the season.
God.
Saxman.
Nope. They get the deal done.
Logan.
Yep, get the deal done as well. No, baseball continues.
Hobgood.
I agree with Vince. Lockout, but half the season.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Quick break. Word from our sponsors when we get back. Well, we're at Colonial Downs, so Dow's going to give you his picks, and then we're going to get John Stetton in. We couldn't get him on camera. Something was wrong on his end. We'll get him in by phone. Guys, hang with us. Quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Shortened version today of Godzilla Wins Live at Colonial Downs. Stay with us. We will be right back.
In 2008, the amount of concentrated time people could spend on a task without becoming distracted was 12 seconds. 5 years later, it was only 8 seconds, 1 second less than a goldfish. If you're often distracted or have trouble recalling information, you're likely to fall behind in the demanding, fast-paced 21st century. In other words, brain performance is more critical now than ever. Boost your brain power with Healthy Cells Focus Plus Recall. Science-backed nootropics to help you sharpen focus, concentrate longer, enhance recall, improve mental speed, learn rapidly, and be more alert. It's a pill-free brain supplement made with maximum absorption ingestible gel technology, designed to feed your brain at the cellular level. Take it for a test drive. Go to healthycell.com and use code GODZILLA for 20% off your first order of Focus Plus Recall. That's healthycell.com, code GODZILLA for 20% off.
And they're off. This summer, the Thunder returns to Colonial Downs Racetrack. Live thoroughbred racing June 25th through September 7th. Feel the excitement. Hear the roar of the crowd. Experience Virginia's premier horse racing destination every Thursday through Sunday all summer long. Bring the whole family for Family Fun Sundays, packed with activities for all ages. Parking? Free. General admission? Free. Memories? Priceless. Make Colonial Downs Racetrack your new summer fun time tradition. Get tickets and race day info now at colonialdowns.com.
Godzilla Wins, where you get the best insight and best information on how to win the most money ever.
Guess what? GodzillaWins.com. Let's talk more winners.
You heard the man. The all-new GodzillaWins.com is all about winners, with fresh daily picks by J-Fred and your favorite players from the Godzilla Wins team. Get your hot takes from the show, then click the website for the dough. GodzillaWins.com.
GodzillaWins.com. Let's talk more winners.
Let's get back to the show that's all about winning dough. Godzilla Wins. Let's talk more winners.
I love that mantra, guys. I actually came up with it. Okay, let's roll. We're back on Godzilla Wins. Good to have you with us. Daryl Wood with us. Daryl, so good to see you. Daryl's been trying to leave the whole time. He's got something else to do, but he can't leave. Not when you come on Godzilla Wins. You got to stay for the whole segment, Daryl, because we love having you. And Daryl and I go back 17 years. We got the old ball coach, Vince Mayaka. We got Chris Saxman, who's coming to Colonial Downs with us. Chris, can't wait to see you and Michelle in an hour or so. Dan Hobgood.
Brimming with excitement here, John.
What?
Brimming with excitement here, John.
I know, I can tell. It's going to be fun, but we got a bunch of winners for you. We're going to make you some jack that you can then turn around and lose on the Pirates. Dan Hobgood with us. Dan's going to be here now. And Logan Paul was going to come, but he's going on vacation or something. I don't know. But it would have been good to have you here, Logan. We're going to get right to it because we're here on Colonial Downs. Daryl Wood is with us. The last weekend I was here, which was I think 2 weekends ago. I didn't go last weekend. It was a Friday, and I had picked 8 winners out of 9, and 7 in a row. So won the first, lost the second, then won out. So I had a great day. Sunday, not so much. I was about even. But when you come here, Saxman, if I get hot, man, if I get on a roll, you want to stay with me. But let's go to Daryl, Colonial Downs, and then we're going to bring John in by phone. Daryl, Colonial Downs, top picks today and what?
Well, thanks, John. Yeah, it's love being up here in the 4th floor suite with you overlooking the track. We saw some of the jocks out running around making weight. Just a gorgeous day. The smoke is gone. The fog is gone. We got 9 races, like you said, starting at 11:30. Featured race today. It's the first running of the Maggie Walker Stakes, $100,000 purse. And there's a horse in here, Irish Maxima, not even the favorite, but the second choice early at 3-1. Nick Juarez is riding. Nick won the Virginia Derby here last year.
That's right, with an upset.
In 25 for D. Wayne Lucas. And that was D. Wayne's last big win before he passed last year. So Nick's got a kind of a soft spot here. John Service trains. The horse has won $750,000, but is coming off a grade 2 win at Aqueduct up in New York State. So Irish Maxima is going to be our choice here. And the Maggie Walker Stakes, the 162nd birthday week of Maggie Walker, who had the first African owned bank.
First female millionaire in America.
Yeah. So race number 8 today, Irish Maxima.
All right, that's your pick on that. I like Irish Maxima as well. Anything else that really stands out today, Darren?
One does. I spent some time here this meet, and Jorge Ruiz is a really good jockey on turf routes and even on sprints. But the third race today, there's a horse Mike Trombetta trains called Chit Chat. Trombetta is by far and away the leading trainer here this meet. You got Ruiz with him on a turf sprint. The horse has won 2 out of 8, but makes his first start at Colonial ever. It's going to be chalky, 5-2. But Chit Chat, just the battery there at Trombetta and Ruiz just sets up for a nice win, I think.
Well, they're having a good meet here, no doubt. Those are Dowell's 2 picks, and we got to talk for a second about our new horse that Ann and I have that we claimed. I think it was last Sunday. We under our new company, which is Liberty Racing Stables LLP, and that is Baytown Parfait, 6-year-old gelding that we claim finished second in that race by a nose. He'll be back in about a month, and I know you looked at him a little bit. We visited him the last couple of days when we were here. You get to go in the backstretch, and brings back memories for me as I was in the business a long time. So we brought our proverbial bag of carrots, some sugar. And of course, I got to feed all the horses because then the others get mad if he's the only one getting the carrots. But we like this horse. We've got another one we're looking at this week. But Darrell, when you're in the horse owning business, it's just so much fun, especially for me having worked in the business for so long, growing up in it. As a young man in it, and to go back to that backstretch now, so many years later. And get to see the horses, mine is pretty neat. Like I could stay there all day. All day. But what did you think of our claim? You like it?
I think it's great. And I think it's great you're getting in the business because Virginia horse racing is maybe one of the few states that racing is on the upswing, whether it be thoroughbred here at Colonial, standardbred up in Woodstock, Virginia, and steeplechase is on a big rise here. Right. So good time to join the fray.
No doubt. Okay, let's bring in. We got a couple more minutes. We're trying to give you some winners, guys, on the panel. Hang in there. We're going to bring in John Stenton. Probably one of the top handicappers if not the top handicapper in the country. You can get his picks by joining him on PassTheWire.com. Go to PassTheWire.com. John couldn't get his video to work. He's by phone. John, we got some major races today around the country, Saratoga, Monmouth. John Stenton, give us some of your top picks analysis so our viewers and listeners can have some winners. John, are you there? Well, we just can't seem to get John on phone or anything. So, okay, all right, we're just going to move on from that. Hopefully, we'll get John on soon. Okay, guys, we talked about baseball, obviously. Football coming up. You look at, I want to get this. This is not in the rundown because I expected more on racing. But Oregon now rated first offense, second best defense in college football. The Oregon Ducks looking like one of the teams to beat here as we get into college football. We got the NFL coming up. Training camps have opened. Anything that has jumped out at you guys with college football or NFL? I'll start with Logan.
Yeah, I mean, for Oregon specifically, they just continue to have an amazing roster. They have unlimited money. They were able to get one of the best defensive players in the transport on Corey Parrish, safety. It's going to be really, really good. And then Dante Moore returns. Surprisingly, I mean, he was slated to get drafted, but he returned to Oregon, and he's going to be probably the best quarterback in the nation. And then, oddly enough, they also have another really good quarterback in the wing, and Dylan Raiola, who was the starting quarterback for Nebraska last year. I think he thought Dante Moore was going to go to the NFL, so now he's going to be the backup. But yeah, I think Oregon's going to be slated to be right back where they were last year. They have a really good roster overall, and I think they're going to keep going. And another team I'm looking for this year is Ole Miss. They have a really good roster as well with Trinidad Chambliss who returned, and also their running back Lacey. He's really good. They were able to retain a lot of their players despite Lane Kiffin leaving to go to LSU. So keep Ole Miss in your eyes to be a really good team as well. And Alabama as well. I mean, they had a down year last year by their standards, but there was reports saying that this is their best transfer portal / recruiting class under Kellen DeBoer. So I think they're going to be back in the limelight as one of the top teams. It's been a little bit of a rocky transition since Nick Saban retired, but Kellen DeBoer is still one of the best coaches in the league, and really good offensive mind. I think that Alabama is going to be back in the spotlight.
What do you think, Dan Hobgood?
Well, with regard to Oregon's one of those teams, I'll believe it when I see it type kind of thing. They always seem to be rated high at the beginning of the season and then collapse in the playoffs or toward the end of the college football season down the stretch. Looking at the NFL, this may not be quite the issue between players and ownership / management that the salary cap is in baseball, but with the World Cup, the players are really trying to make a pitch for no pun intended there, but make a pitch for grass fields over turf, and that seems to be something that could be brewing as a debate that could be happening between owners and players, and maybe look for that to be part of the next CBA when that gets going. So,
all right, you got a shock team in the NFL coming up. If you bet futures, looking at I'll start off looking at wins, losses. Arizona Cardinals. Get this, Vince. In your division, Western Division, Arizona Cardinals over under wins for the season 3.5. I bet the under. Why? They start off with 6 losses. They get beat by San Francisco twice. They get beat by the Rams twice. They get beat by Seattle twice. Right? That means out of the 14 games, they got 8. Which would mean for me to lose, they would have to win 50% of those games. That to me is the best futures bet in the NFL. I'm going Cardinals under 3.5. Anybody want to weigh in on anything?
Yeah, the Cardinals are terrible. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, can I transition real quickly back to college football?
Yeah, sure.
Oregon was brought up. Phil Knight, CEO of Nike, he's got deep pockets, and I think it was when the NIL really started taking root about a couple of years ago. That was his goal. He says, before I die, the Oregon Ducks are going to win a national championship. So who knows? Maybe this is the year for them. I think the one team on the West Coast that it's do or die for their coach, Lincoln Riley, is the USC Trojans. Yeah. They have to make some noise. And I think anything less than a playoff appearance for the Trojans, I think Lincoln Riley's out.
Yep. No doubt. Logan, West Virginia University. I think they're going to shock the Big 12. I love what their
Rich Rod.
I love what Rich Rod is doing there. They were competitive last season. Everybody mocked them that they beat Pitt, except for a couple games that got blown out. They were somewhat competitive. He had 95% of his players were brand new. They didn't know the system. He had to get them out of the portal. He was signing guys out of the bar basically to field the team. He's had a whole season with them. This guy's a proven winner. He wins wherever he goes. I think WVU Big 12 shocker. Maryland is telling me they're going to win a bunch of games in the Big 10. I don't know. That's what they're telling me.
Big 10 what?
That's what they're telling me.
They wouldn't cover against Dundalk Community College, okay?
They're telling me they're going to win games. I like our baseball team, though. I got to be honest. Hey, by the way, I got to give a shout out to Joe. He's finally back off the mound, Chris. He's finally back off the bump. You know, he hasn't. He got hurt in February, and he's got through rehab. They finally got him now re-up pitching off the mound. He had 2 sessions. Sent me a video. Actually, his agent sent me his video. He was there with him. He looked great. Good. And so I think, I love our Maryland baseball team because Coach Swope had it with the losing culture. And I talked about this on the air. Out of 35 guys on the roster, 28 of them he jettisoned out of there, either under their own volition or he cut them. I mean, he was cutting kids right and left. He just wanted to start over. We got a bunch of young players, bunch of kids from JUCO, D2, whatever, but at least I think they're going to have a winning attitude. And if Joe can come back strong, I think they're going to, win some games in the Big Ten. Hopefully, get in the Big Ten tournament and go from there. Let's end with, I got 3 minutes. The Cashy scandal in the White House, unbelievable. The guy, I think his name was Perez, who was loading in the speech with the president on the teleprompter. And what the president likes to do is get it loaded in and then roll it and go over it. And then he would change it. No, I'm not going to say that. No, I don't like that. Add this. So he was there typing it in. He's the guy that did this. And then he makes $120,000 betting on, I guess, Kashi, or how do I say it?
Kalshi.
Betting on the future market, which is now a huge business. Betting on it makes $120,000. Betting on what the president's going to say because he's loading it in. This guy's going to jail. We had the other guy that made $500,000 on when they were going to take Maduro out. He was one of the planners of the invasion. I mean, this is Venezuela. This is incredible. Where's this going, Saxman?
It's going to go to state-by-state regulations because the legislators and the policymakers around the country are going to have to crack down to protect citizens from being stupid.
Darryl?
That's just what it is. I mean, that's just what it's going to be, and it's going to actually improve the betting market for people because they'll have more assurance. But it's going to be a bumpy road until then. We predicted this. This was going to happen.
Yep, we did.
It's been everywhere. We said this was going to happen.
Is there anything that we don't bet on now? I mean, it's a.
No, you can bet on literally. You can bet on anything. That's
I mean, evidently. What's going into the teleprompter?
The problem is
speech?
States realize that they can make a lot of money by legalizing it, and so they do. And they go, well, what are you going to? It's like marijuana. Well, we got to better legalize it so we can make money at it. Okay, smart. Bunch of dorks.
Well, Darryl, wrap us up. This futures betting thing, I mean, it's not going away. It's only going to get bigger. It's growing by 15% a year. And you can now bet on anything, and it's making people like just gamble. I know Warren Buffett had a column on it saying that it was a disaster and it was hurting the economy, but it's not going away, Darryl.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of zoned in on our 9 thoroughbred races today at Colonial Downs here. And thank you for the invite to join.
Yeah, fantastic. Darryl,
He's a class guy. He's not taking a bait, John.
He doesn't want to weigh in on Kashi. I think, look, this thing is
spit that hook, didn't you? Good job, Darryl.
It's not going away. Kashi is not going away.
I bet that he would do that. But
1-800-GAMBLER.
Ring a ding ding.
It's good to have you on Godzilla Wins. I know everybody's saying, "What? You guys got to go?" Yeah, but we got to sit up here for our suite at Colonial Downs. Got 30 people coming, Hobgood's coming, Saxman's coming. Can't wait to see your lovely wife, Michelle. And I want to thank everybody for joining us today. We will continue on the next hour. Jay Delsing Golf. You'll have a 2-hour special with Jay Delsing Golf. I will see you bright and early, 6 a.m. on Monday. Me and Dan Hobgood will be there chomping at the bit. In the meantime, everybody have a great weekend. And if you want winners, there's only one place to go. Less talk, more winners. Go to GodzillaWins.com. That's GodzillaWins.com. I love Spain. Best bet probably of the year, -150. Well, 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem. Saxman, thank you for being with us. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Darryl, thanks for your cameo appearance. I love having Darryl here. Go back 17 years. Jay Delsing, golf, next.